What's up, y'all? Make sure my camera's good. I think everything is good. But got my mic. Had to get my mic set up. But anyway, listen, y'all. I'm not gonna take too much of your time. This is Coach R. Anthony, and I wanted to give you the best advice that I've ever kind of came up with or received. Now, nobody's ever told me this, but this is like what I realized in my process of relationships, marriage, dating, all this stuff. And initially, I ain't even gonna get into that. But the best advice I can give you, for real, especially men, is that a relationship is yours. A relationship belongs to a man. So whenever you're out dating, whatever you encompass, whatever you have to give, that is the relationship. And this is important for ladies too, because the degree of the relationship, the degree of the man that you choose is going to determine the degree of the relationship. So if the man is not ready for a relationship, or he has certain things that he needs to work on, that's going to determine the degree of the relationship that you have going forward. It's not going to, it may get better, but it only gets better if he changes, or if he starts to make adjustments. But for men, it's that's why it's so incredibly important to make sure that you have yourself together before, mentally, physically, everything. You have yourself together to a certain degree to where you know where you're going in your life and the things that you have to offer in a relationship, because that's going to determine the quality of the relationship. But even before you even get to the point of being or wanting to be in a relationship, you have to determine what kind of partner you need. Okay, because the scripture says that it's not good for man to be alone, so he created a helpmeet. A helpmeet is something or someone that is qualified to assist you in something that you're doing or going towards. If you don't know where you're going towards, or you don't know what you need help with, then you're just going to pick a person based on characteristics that you've been told that you need, as opposed to what you need going forward in your life. So a lot of guys miss this, and a lot of guys make the mistake of just choosing a woman because they feel this way, or because they have this much history with them. They have, all kinds of things. But when you get to a point to where you realize that the relationship belongs to you, because think about it this way: when you're out dating, typically the typical ideology is the woman controls the sexual aspect. Meaning, if a woman's not going to, if a woman doesn't want to have sex with you, it's not going to happen. But if a man doesn't want to have a relationship with you, then he'll pretend, and it'll seem like you're in a relationship, but he's going to be doing what he wants to do anyway. So it's important to know that for a man, for us especially, that the relationship aspect is determined by me. The sexual aspect is determined by a woman. So if I am ready for a relationship, it's easier for me to find a woman who is willing to be in a relationship, because typically the trade-off is the idea of the trade-off is a woman wants to have sex within the confines of a relationship. Not saying it's 100%, because women do have sex outside of the confines of a relationship all day, every day. You probably just had sex right now. But um generally speaking, eventually a woman, even if she does do that, she will eventually ask you, "What are we? What are we doing? What are we becoming? What is going on?" She'll eventually, even the woman that says she don't care about no relationship or anything like that, eventually she's gonna want to know, what are we? She's gonna get tired of the sexual thing and want something more, a little bit more exclusive, because she wants to, I ain't gonna say control, but it's a form of control, and we do that too. We want to control the woman's sexual aspect, so we'll lock it down with the relationship and say we together, so you won't be giving it away to anybody else. So, but the relationship aspect belongs to a man. When you boil it all down, when you drop it down to the least common denominator initially, because initially, like I said, women control the sexual aspect, but a man can actually dominate a woman that way, or gain control of the relationship sexually, and become the more sexual dominant one, even though initially the woman controlled the initializing of sex. Same thing in a relationship. A woman can gain control of the relationship, and then you have guys, but you have guys that are in relationships that they don't control, and the woman is controlling them. That, to me, that won't work for me personally. That doesn't work for me. So what I realized was that I determine the quality or the degree of the relationship based on what I am doing, what I bring to the table as a man. because 9 times out of 10 I have more to offer that woman, and she has to be orientated. Now this, I mean, people take this all kinds of the wrong way, but I have to orientate that woman. If I want a relationship with her to last and to be long standing, I have to orientate her to who I am, because if not, it's going to be misery for both of us. If she's not understanding who I am and where I'm going towards, then she may not want to go in that direction. So she needs to know that in the beginning, this is what I'm, this is who I am, and this is where I'm going as a man, and this is what I'm going to give, and this is how you're going to benefit in this relationship. Now, if you don't do that, then you're just kind of floating, and you're allowing time, beliefs, anything to dictate the quality of your relationship, as opposed to understanding that, hey, as a man, I'm the one who really dictates and creates the narrative of how this relationship is going to play out in the long run. That's why, like for me and my wife, we have a very great relationship, because I tell her all the time, and I told her in the beginning, like, this is my relationship. I'm allowing you in. It's kind of like, you know how they say a house is not a home? It's like that. Like, you can have a house and it's empty, it has nothing in it. But when you have the right woman who understands you and understands where you're going, and is qualified to go with you, then she makes that relationship an actual good relationship or a great relationship. It's not fully determined by me, because even though I have the relationship to offer, I'm not the sole determining factor of the quality of the relationship, even though I'm the majority, but I'm not the sole. So she still has to contribute, but she's not designed to lead me. She's designed to contribute to what I have to offer and make me better in that way. But she's not designed to lead me to become better. It doesn't work that way. So, men, you have to understand this, and this is very important, that any relationship that you allow yourself to give away, that's why the ring is symbolic of, sorry, the ring is symbolic of you giving away your relationship. You're giving away that part of your life that is dedicated to that particular person, or allowing that person to be part of your life. So it's important to, as a man, to understand that going forward, if you're single, or if you're in a relationship, you kind of lost track of that. But if you're single, then you have to realize that what I am and who I am is what she's getting in the relationship. And the quality of who I am and what I am is going to determine the quality of the relationship. Women are willing to submit to a man that understands who he is and where he's going, as opposed to just some dude who's just a sexual deviant. You know what I mean? And I've been a sexual deviant before. But once I learned this, it's so easy to get women. Like, women are very simple creatures. They're very simple when you understand this rule, that women initially determine the sexual aspects of the relationship. If they don't want to have sex, it's not going to happen. But I determine the relationship quality initially, meaning if I am willing to orientate this woman and help her understand who she is and who she can become for me, and she's willing to listen to that, and she's willing to do what I'm telling her to do, and that way we both work together. So eventually, when she knows me well enough, she can input into my life and make me better. But she can't do that out the gate. So I have to make sure she understands this is what she's getting, and this is where we're going in this relationship. And it makes things so much easier, and it makes it so much easier for women. They're willing to submit to a man that knows and understands what I'm telling you. This, don't think this is just like, oh, okay, whatever. This is very important, that if you understand this, and you understand that women will listen to you if you tell them where you're going, if you're telling them what you're doing and why you're doing it, and you're helping her understand that she's part of a team, then she'll follow you to the depths. She will follow you to the death. She won't, there's nothing that woman won't do for you when you understand that you control the quality of the relationship. And even if she tries to go out there, it's kind of like a store. You can go to one store and it doesn't have, it's a store that's like, okay, but then you can go to another store and it has all these different items that you like. And you end up spending like a lot more money than you should have, because it has a lot more to offer than another store that's similar to, or that complements what you are looking for. Men, you are the store. Okay. If you have more things to contribute, you have more qualities and characteristics about yourself. I'm telling you, women will go, it will be hard to keep women off of you, because that's what they're looking for. They're shoppers. They're shoppers. And just looking at the statistics, women shop more than men do, for one thing. But women are looking for something that men have to offer, but they don't know when they saw it, and they don't know what they're looking for per se. But that's why a lot of women will tell you, I don't know what I'm looking for, but I'll know when it's right. And so that's what they mean by that. They're looking for something to give them more um ability to be a a contributor a contributor to the relationship that you have to offer. The more things you have to offer, the more women and the better the quality of the relationship. And what I mean by more things to offer, I mean, for me, one of the most important things when I was single, I was like, the problem I've been seeing with a lot of men and relationships is women tend to dominate the conversation or dominate the communication aspect. So I was like, I'm not going to let no woman out communicate me. Like, I'm going to become very efficient and very proficient at communicating and speaking my mind and speaking, who I am and what I feel at the moment. So I wasn't going to allow a woman or anybody to dictate that part about me. I was going to be able to communicate and express myself in the best way possible. That's one aspect that creates security for women. That makes women feel comfortable that you can express yourself and they can feel secure in that expression, that they know they're going to get the truth. They know you're not going to hold anything back. They can feel comfortable about that. Even if they try to find another man, they don't communicate as well as I do. Another thing is I listen. I pay attention to women. I study women. I love women. My wife, I studied her. I know her better than herself. I know when her cycle starts. I know when she's about to ovulate. I know the way she thinks. I know the way she's feeling before she even feels it, because I've taken the time to really learn who she is and study who she is and see how that is going to affect me so I can protect both of us. So communication, listening, and then just paying attention and just allowing yourself to be who you are. That's like the four main things that I can tell you. Be who you are. Don't hold back. If you like a lot of women, tell her that you like a lot of women. Don't try to make her believe that she's the only woman when you love the company of other women. The funny thing about it, majority of women will understand and they will get it. If you explain it to them right, if you express it to them right, they will get it. But if you try to hold it back and try to lie and try to act like that's not who you are, then that's when women start to like lose trust in you and lose respect for you, because for one thing, you're not communicating, you're not speaking up for yourself, you're not telling her the truth, and then you're not being yourself. So you add those things together, man, and I'm telling you, like, it's like none other. So that's the best advice I can give men. Be who you are and understand that the relationship quality is determined by you and what you have to offer. If you do not do this, you are setting yourself up to be frustrated, to be always complaining about women. I'll never complain about women. I can't complain about something that I know, and I know how it works. I know how it works. I know how women work. I know how they think. I know how they're made up. I understand them. So there's rarely a time where a woman can get under my skin or anything like that. I don't. I understand it. I get it. So, but that's all I got for this video, y'all. Um I hope this helps. If you guys have any questions or whatever, let me know. This is basically what I do. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I don't know. My mic should be on. But anyway, this is what I do. So I guess I'll catch you guys on the next video. It's been Coach R. Anthony. Peace.